Hi, welcome to this YouTube video. In this video, I will teach you how to interact with ChatGPT from the comfort of your Python file on your computer. So I'm just going to show you a demo of what we are going to be working on today. So right here, the program is asking us to enter a question. So I am going to say, which is better, Java or Python? Now once I run this, this question is going to be sent to ChatGPT, and then the response is going to be returned back to us. So you can see it says it depends on your use case and preference. In general, Java is better, and a bunch of other stuff right there. So I am going to ask it a different question, like let's ask it, what is Django REST framework? WORK. So once I run that, it's going to again send this question to ChatGPT, and then you can see the response has been returned. Django REST framework is a powerful and flexible toolkit, blah blah blah. So this is what we're going to be working on today. I will teach you how to interact with ChatGPT locally from your computer using their library. So the first thing that we are going to need to do is obviously have an account on OpenAI. So head to openai.com and create an account. So once you create that account, you will be redirected to this dashboard. But if for some reason you aren't, just head to beta.com.openai. So once you've landed on this page, the next thing that we need to do is click up here at the top right corner and then head down to view API keys. Now what we need to do is we need to create a secret key that we are going to use to make this request to ChatGPT. It's just a way of authenticating who is making this request. So for me, I already have an API key created, but you probably don't have any. So just hit create new secret key. Now once you've created this key, just copy it and store it somewhere, because we are going to need that key. Now the next step we need to take is we need to install the OpenAI library. So run the command pip install OpenAI. Now I already have this library installed, so it's going to tell me requirements already satisfied. But for you, just go ahead and run the command and it should install it correctly. Now the next step we need to do is you can just create a Python file and name it whatever you want. So we need to import OpenAI into our Python file. So we do that by saying import OpenAI. Now after we've imported this library, we now need to set the secret key. That is, we need to store the secret key inside this code so that the key can be used to authenticate our request. So I'm just going to say OpenAI.secret key .api key. OpenAI.api key is equals to the key. Now put the key in a string in quotes to signify that it's a string. So once you've done this, the next thing we now need to do is we now need to create an input field that is going to prompt a user to input whatever question they have. So I'll create a variable and name it your question, and I'll equate that to an input field, and I'll type inside your question. That is, it's going to prompt the user to enter a question. So that is those are the first steps. Now the next steps that we're going to take will now be the most crucial or most important steps. So we now need to create a variable, and I will call it ChatGPT request, and I'll equate that to OpenAI.completion.create. So this just signifies that we want to ask a new question, or we want ChatGPT to answer something for us. So what exactly are we going to pass into this parenthesis? We are going to pass in three things for now. So the first thing that we need to pass in is engine. So this signifies what ChatGPT model we are going to be using. So we just need to, or we are going to make use of the latest ChatGPT model. So we are going to equate this engine to text dash DaVinci dash 003. So at the time of making this video, this is the most current ChatGPT model. So after passing in engine, the next thing we need to pass in is prompt. That is, what question do we want to ask, or what request do we have? prompt. So the prompt is going to be equals to your question right here. That is what the user has entered. So I'm going to say prompt equals your question. Now the last thing we need to pass into this parenthesis is max tokens. So this signifies the maximum number of characters that will be returned back to us. So for now, I think the highest number of characters is 4097. So we just need to pass in max tokens equals 4000. So if you pass in anything higher than, I think, 4097, you will get an error saying the maximum number of tokens for now for this model is 4097. So after doing that, we now need to print ChatGPT request. So we now want to see what exactly is returned when this message has been sent to ChatGPT. So let's clear out the terminal and run this Python file. So I'm just going to hit run, and then I'm going to ask it, who is Billie Eilish? And then once I run that, it's going to take this question, send this to ChatGPT, and the response should be returned back to us shortly. So you can see all this data is just returned back to us. You can see choices, index. What exactly is this? For us, we don't need all this extra information. All we need is just this text, that is the actual message or the actual response that we are looking for. So what we now need to do is we now need to write some extra code in this print statement that is going to eliminate the excess data that we do not need, because we only need this text. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to need to take note of the structure of this response. You can see it's a dictionary that has been sent. Okay, that's cool. So we now need to look for where this text is in. Notice that text is inside a dictionary that is inside choices. Choices is the first item in the original dictionary. So what we need to say is ChatGPT request dot choices, because we are trying to access this item in the dictionary. Oh, sorry. So after doing that, the next thing we now need to do is we need to find a way to access the value of this text. So notice that choices has a list, and inside this list we have different dictionaries. So what we are now going to say is we are going to pass in 0 to signify that we want to grab the first dictionary inside the choices list. So by passing in 0, we've grabbed this entire dictionary where text is in. So that isn't enough. We've grabbed the first dictionary inside this list. We now need to grab the text, that is the value of the text that is equated right here. So what we now simply need to pass in is another list, and inside this list we pass in text. So once we save that, let me clear up my screen and run this file once again. I'm going to ask once again, let's ask a different question. Who is the current president of USA? So this is going to you can see that the clean message or response has been returned back to us. The excess data has been removed and it has been cleared, and this is what we're looking for. So let's run it again and let's ask a different question, like who is or who was the first person to set foot on the moon? So when we ask this question, it's going to give us a name. The first person to set foot on the moon was Neil Armstrong on July 20, 1969. So that is all we're going to talk about in this video. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have any question, you can just leave it in the comment section and I will reply. If you like seeing content like this, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, come back for more, and I will see you in the next one.